the girl was horrified to discover. Everyone who had seen her mother's embroidered shoes suddenly acted like a completely different person. They cursed her mother as immoral, claiming her father was the real victim, but she had seen with her own eyes how her mother's body was still warm when her father paraded his new lover around. What broke her even more was that her eldest brother, whom she had trusted since childhood, blocked the knife in her hand. The father scolded her for disrespecting elders and threatened to teach her a lesson. The girl roared in anger, listing all the sacrifices her mother made, how she supported his career through hardship, yet the father showed no guilt. Then the brother told them to leave, saying he'd handle it, and even called the new lover mom. The girl was in utter disbelief. Their mother wasn't even buried properly, yet he defended this woman and helped destroy their mother's name. Furious, the girl grabbed the knife again, intending to attack him, but he kicked her to the ground. She looked up in confusion, only to hear him coldly say, it was all their mother's fault, and if she didn't stop, he'd throw her out along with her mother's ashes. His words left her completely stunned. Just then, her aunt rushed in after hearing what happened. The girl tearfully explained everything. The aunt immediately confronted the brother, but no matter how harshly she scolded him, he said nothing. He just took her into the house. The girl grew uneasy and peeked in through the window. Inside, the brother brought out the embroidered shoes. The aunt took a gentle sniff. The next moment her eyes turned icy cold. As she walked out, she shook off the girl's hand in disgust, cursing her mother as shameless, unworthy of the family tomb, and a disgrace to their ancestors, then walked away without looking back. The girl froze, but soon she realized the changes in both her brother and aunt were all because of those strange embroidered shoes. There was a chilling legend in the village. It was said that if a woman was betrayed, she could take revenge by sewing a pair of embroidered shoes and committing suicide while wearing them. In doing so, her soul wouldn't be taken to the underworld, but would remain in the shoes as blood-bound soul poison, and anyone who smelled them would be cursed in terrifying ways. At first, the girl didn't believe such a curse existed, but after learning of her mother's suicide, she rushed home for the funeral, only to find everyone's attitude had changed. She became determined to find out what secret the shoes were hiding, but her brother blocked her, refusing to let her near them. The girl was devastated. She couldn't understand why the brother who once cherished her now looked at her with pure disgust. With no other choice, she invited the most respected elder in the village. He stood up for her, saying they must get justice for her mother. But the moment he looked at the embroidered shoes, his face turned grim. He shouted at the girl for being unreasonable, saying her mother's death had tainted the family's burial grounds. Everyone suddenly joined in, condemning her mother, and the father proudly announced that in 3 days, he'd be throwing a grand wedding to marry his new lover. The brother even volunteered to organize it. Watching these cold-blooded relatives, the girl silently swore she would uncover the truth and clear her mother's name. While her brother was out, she snuck into the house and frantically searched for the shoes. Finally, she found a locked safe in the closet. She tried every combination until she entered her mother's deathbed. The safe opened. A wave of unease swept through her. Her hands trembled as she lifted the lid, but the sight before her left her completely terrified.